I get a lot of messages every single day asking, Andy, how do I start the transition? Now my response to that is always, well, it depends on your ball flight. The most common fault that we see is a player spinning and rotating from the top of the backswing, which therefore catapults the golf club out and away from the body, often leading to an out to in swing path or sliding across the golf ball, which depending on the club face can deliver a pull shot or a slice. Now what I'm actually going to do in this video is give you a definitive understanding of what your transition should look like or aim to be like, regardless of whether you hit a push, a pull, a slice or a hook. Before we get started, if you would like a free 8-week practice plan, that is now available on my website, andycartergolf.com. Head over to the website, you can download it, it's completely free. So as I mentioned, the majority of golfers will get to the top of the swing and we all think rotate for power and rotate for speed, and both of those combined will create more distance. And there's an element of that which is absolutely correct as well. However, just rotating from the top of the backswing will encourage the arms to become disconnected and therefore work across the golf ball. If you have poor club face control, you're actually going to lose distance, because that open club face will create more spin and a slice to the right. Or I have seen players hit the ball further than ever because they then close the club face and de-loft the club, but then hit a huge pull. What we want to make sure that we're doing is getting an element of lateral movement in this transition first, and that starts from the ground up. So once you're at this top of the backswing, and we have to presume for this video that your backswing is pretty good, okay? I have to assume you don't have to be perfectly on plane. You can be slightly inside as you get to the top, slightly shallow as you get to the top. You could also be slightly outside and slightly steep just to still perform this exact perfect transition. If your swing is too inside, too outside, it's going to affect this kind of next movement. So really be careful that you're watching this video knowing that this is your root cause fault. And that's one thing that really grinds my gears at the moment about the golf industry. You can watch this video trying to improve your transition, but your transition may not be the root cause of your problems. If you would like a free swing analysis, the link's down in the description below to the coaching app called Skillist, where I am within that coaching app and I coach hundreds of golfers all over the world every single month. So from this top of the backswing position, what we want to try and feel is more lateral. And how we're going to start that is this lead knee just pushing out forwards in front of the lead hip, okay? So we want to get this pressure moving towards the lead side. Now what I don't want is the spine and the head to follow. For in a mid-eye in here, I want your head pretty much over the ball. Spine angle will always be naturally ever so slightly tilted away from the target. Now as you move up to this, as you move into this transition, I want the lower body to get that separation. I want the lower body to start driving first, all right? I don't want the head following, or at least following too much. Now the reason I want the lead knee to go first is it creates space to rotate. Now what I see a lot of is people moving this lead hip first. So if I get to the top here, move the lead hip first, this knee is stuck. It's stuck under my body. It can't go anywhere, it can't turn. All it can do from here is move upwards, and that's not what we want to look at. So we want to swing up to the top of the backswing. We want this lead knee to go first. Then as we create that transition, that weight shift into that lead side, it makes the rotation much easier. We want rotation to be a lot more natural. Often when we see the correct weight shift, you'll even notice here, my shoulders already start to unload, okay? And again, we don't need an aggressive lag angle in here. All I want you to try and do from this motion is, if you get that lead knee going first, just extend the right arm, the trail arm, down in front of the right thigh, trail thigh, okay? So we're going to swing up, lead knee goes out. I always say to my students, lead knee, just push it out to your little toe, okay? And again, I'm not trying to be too specific with this, I'm just trying to give a visual from the top. When I look down there, lead knee goes to my little toe, and I'm perfect. I've got my weight on my left side, and as I do so, my upper body will naturally start to unravel. So I get there, weight shifts, upper body naturally unravels, and the arms are working down back in front of my chest. Shaft angle parallel to target, and this is going to give me a much more neutral movement through the ball. Okay, so we're not looking at creating just rotation. We're going to start lead knee, weight shift. As we do so, the arms will naturally work better. I'm not saying they're just going to be automatic, we're not robots, but we have to allow the arms just to drop downwards here. Let the weight of the golf club, let the weight of the butt of the golf club just extend your right arm down in front of that right thigh. There. Swing up to the top again, pause, lead knee, there. Now, how can you do this as a drill? The best way to do this as a drill is to do it slowly. So if I've got an 8-iron in my hand here, it normally goes 165 yards. I'm not going to let it go over 100 yards. So I'm going to swing slow enough, not shorter, but slower to create less distance. So if I take my setup, I'm going to swing up to the top, lead knee goes first, weight shift comes next, arms go next, then we'll turn. Let's do that nice and slow. A decent move. Aside from that amazing little coaching drill, one app that my students are absolutely loving at the moment is the new Swing Coach app, because what I can do as a coach is give them specific areas to reference within the app. So purely for this video, we can reference lead knee lateral movement. So for a player that only gets to the top of the swing and just rotates,
lead knee at top, back by 10. At impact, back by 9.
10 and 9 is an awful place to be. So after doing the drills, what we're looking for now is encouraging that lead knee to move more forward.
Good swing.
And instantly it gives me good swing because I've stayed in the zones. So if I'm working through these drills, if I do that drill in slow motion like before in the video,
lead knee at top, back by 2. At impact, forward by 2.
Forward by 2. So you can see how I've managed to get forwards, whereas the very first one, it was back by 9 impact. So I've managed to move it a lot, which is straight away is giving you perfect feedback that you're on the correct path of change. These drills should allow you to, these slow motion drills should allow you to slightly exaggerate that move, hence why I managed to get forward by 2. When I play it in more kind of full speed,
lead knee at top, back by 2. At impact, in zone.
Impact in zone. By getting a bit more speed, I'm able to find that happy medium. So I'm able to use a drill to help me exaggerate it. I'm using the app to help me know that I'm exaggerating it. You can download the app, it's completely free to do so. You get a 7-day free trial. The link is down in the description below. Honestly, I've got all my students using this on the Skillist app as well, because I get them to screen record it and send them across to me, and it gives amazing feedback for both me as a coach and them, more importantly, as the student.